This is America in Space, a weekly news and information program on current events dealing with the space industry. From the Washington News Bureau, here is your host, Rick Potluck.
Reporting today for America in Space is Dawn Meyer from America's Space Coast.
NASA's Artemis program will be humanity's first return to the surface of the moon in nearly 50 years and will land the first astronauts at the lunar South Pole. After launching aboard the Orion space capsule atop the Space Launch System, or SLS, the astronauts will travel about 240,000 miles to lunar orbit. At that point, they will board one of the new commercial human landing systems or dock with the orbiting gateway before boarding the landing system for their expedition to the lunar surface. Here's Amanda Dressler to give us more details on the Space Launch System rocket that will carry the Orion space capsule to lunar orbit.
But in order to get to deep space, the Orion capsule will need some help, and this is where its rocket comes in. The Orion capsule will be hitching a ride on the Space Launch System, or SLS. The SLS is designed to carry Orion into deep space with missions to the Moon and Mars. The SLS will have multiple configurations for each of its missions. Its first will be the Block 1, designed for an uncrewed mission beyond the Moon. A subsequent planned configuration is the Block 1B vehicle, which will be a manned cargo mission. And next is the Block 2 crew, expected to be NASA's workhorse, shuttling cargo to the Moon, Mars, and other deep space missions. And it's with the Artemis 1 mission that the world's most powerful rocket will take its first test, making it the first integrated flight of Orion and the SLS. Standing at roughly 98 meters and weighing around 2,600 metric tons, the SLS Block 1 will generate 39,144 kilonewtons of thrust at liftoff. That's about 15% more power than the Saturn V rocket. It will be able to carry more than 26 metric tons of cargo to orbits beyond the Moon, with later upgrades hoping to shuttle at least 45 metric tons. Once the SLS is completed, NASA says it will be the only rocket with the power necessary to carry astronauts and payloads beyond Earth's orbit and into deep space.
Establishing a human presence on the Moon, these are indeed exciting times, and I'm really looking forward to it. From the Florida Space Coast, this is Dawn Meyer for About Space Today.
Be sure to have your family and friends listen each Tuesday with me, David Denault, on About Space Today, and on Fridays, America in Space with Rick Potluck from our Washington Bureau. And follow us on Facebook at aboutspace.today. And to all our friends in the U.S. and around the globe, thank you for listening. I'm David Denault, and this has been a special presentation of America in Space.
Join us each week for news and information on America in Space.